Testing. Alright, we're good. Have this going. I need my phone. Alright, just need to get. I was just trying to get the home run song right. Alright. Think we're ready to go. Napalm failed. This counts off. Now we'll do it, guys. Here we go. Don't have everything set up and ready to go, but that really had a. Welcome to the National Baseball League! Preseason! Napalm fail! Preseason baseball! The Seattle Sasquatch and the Chicago Railers. Gonna be a fun matchup today. So Evan Cooper on the mound for the Seattle Sasquatch, a custom player. And so let's get this one started. And for the Chicago Railers, here's Jeremy Pena, the shortstop. And the National Baseball League is unofficially underway with the first pitch. Jeremy Pena, 2022 Golden Glove Award winner in Major League Baseball. And he's coming over to the National Baseball League. So it's an 0-1 count to Jeremy Pena, and we are underway. The pitch, he fouls this one down the left field line towards the Aloha Jones building, or the restaurant, I guess you could call it. An 0-2 count, top of the first. And the one from Cooper. Swing and a miss, a cutter, he strikes out Pena, and there's one down, top of the first. So here's Richard Palacios. I'm really glad to have this finally ready to go. And a curveball for ball one. So Richard Palacios, a 1-0 count. And another one from Cooper. A Vulcan change. It's fun to see. But you don't really see much of Major League Baseball, but apparently it's in the National Baseball League. I'm just so happy to be doing this. So the Sasquatch.
That's a ball.
I just love the name Sasquatch. I mean to steal from the Spearfish Sasquatch, made a new logo. Similar colors. Match for match. Soto on the team. They have Jose Altuve, Josh Naylor, Jerkson profile. That is a ridiculous lineup. I'm not gonna lie. It's not necessarily the best in the league. We still gotta find that out. Juan Soto for the Railers. He's in Chicago in the National Baseball League.
Nope.
And the first two-out pitch. A 5-time Silver Slugger between 2020 and 2024. 1-0 count. Check swing right down the middle. The count's 1-1. Makes it 2-1. Almost in there. It was well below the knees. 2-1. Another one from Cooper. Takes a cutter. 2-2. Blind just finally be underway. Finally calling baseball in the National Baseball League. Count full. Jose Altuve is next. I'm really interested to see where this goes. Swing and a miss. That ends the inning. We head to the bottom of the first. No runs, no hits. We're scoreless. As we head to the bottom of the first inning. Here's Michael King on the mound for the Chicago Railers. San Diego Padres pitcher, but in the NBL he's pitching for the Railers. So here we go. So to lead it off, here's Jake Fraley. Look at that smile. Fantastic beard, too. Good walk-ups. Good, like, not walk.
1-0.
The right word, walk-up song. Yeah, it's a good song. So, 1-0 count to Fraley, another one from King. Sinker, beauty, 91. He swung on and missed on that. So, and he chased that one. It's 1-2.
2 strikes.
No, just preseason. So there's less stress. Games really don't mean anything. Just preseason for baseball. That one line foul down the left field line, and it's 1-2. The Railers. It's named on line. Oh my! Right over the umpire down the third base line. Look out! Another pitch. Sinker, he got him. Fraley retired. One down here in the first. So that was low in the zone. I don't think that was a. Yeah, I guess it's at the knees. Okay, there. Yeah, that box, like strike zone box, it really fools me. Oh, it fools me well. On line, and nice catch by King. Throw to first, got him. 2 down. Garrett Mitchell retired. So here's Julio Perez. So Julio Perez to the plate for the Seattle Sasquatch. So, and that one line to right field. That's going to drop down for a base hit. Perez on first. First hit of the ball game. For the Sasquatch, the Railers still hitless. Here's Alex Bregman. Just preseason, so just getting the nerves going, getting the warming up going. This should be done by December. It's a late start because I had to make everything. That's why. Should be done by December. That's my goal here. So preseason should go about 2 weeks. And then it's gonna be fun when we actually get a major, like, big level, like, regular season underway. So a 0-2 count to Bregman. Another one from King. Swing, it's fouled behind home plate. 0-2. Runner on first, that's Julio Perez. Another one to Bregman. Same thing again, tap foul behind home plate. And it's also time to experiment with like your sound effects. The ball, is he gonna go for second? Yes, he will! Safe! Perez safe at second. A wild pitch. Good start to spring train, preseason. Same as spring training. It's the same idea. A good start to for Perez during the first game of spring training. So it's a 1-2 count to Bregman. Now Perez is on second. And the pitch. Circle change on the inside, but it was fouled off. Keeps the inning alive. That one's in the dirt, and that will do it. We head to the second. So just the one hit from Julio Perez for the Seattle Sasquatch. We head to the second, where we're still scoreless after one. So here's Jose Altuve. Shortest player in Major League Baseball, and he's coming to the National Baseball League. Try his luck there. Absolutely corks one, but it's foul. 229 homer in his career. I believe that's just regular season. I don't know for sure on that. High pop up into center field, and there's one down. So one down the second. Mitchell making the catch. Here's Junior Caminero for the Railers. See how this goes here. The pitch.
Ball, that's outside.
A ball outside, it's 1-2. 0-1. 1-0, sorry. So there's your umpires. I'm really excited to see what. I want to know, how well will spring training represent how the teams do the regular season? I'm really curious. I want to see how big of a difference there is. Another pitch, this one clocked. Foul. So a 2-1 count. No, a 2-2 count, sorry. That one fouled off. I was looking at my YouTube live stream, which it's a bit behind. Here's a 2-2 to Caminero. Swing up the middle, and that's going to go to short. There's the throw. Is it going to be in time? Yes, it will. 2 down. So Caminero retired. I know spring training, some of the most wild stories do come out of spring training. Like, sometimes, like, some players in Major League in spring training, they do admit that they didn't even try. It's all like practice from the New York Mets of all teams.
Nope. Ball one. Ball one,
And
no strike.
just, they started doing this. It worked for them, and then some people in Arizona started doing it for the Western teams, and then the whole league eventually jumped in it. Then eventually, every team's doing these like spring games. They started calling them spring training. I have rebranded it to be preseason. Up the middle, that's a base hit. A base hit for Jurickson Profar. With two down in the inning, he's on first. Here's Kevin Hutchinson. I believe that's a custom player. Pretty sure it is. Top of the second. Clocked foul. 0-1. A DH for the Chicago Railers here. They're named after like trains because they are the train hub of the United States of America. That's why they have that name. Sasquatch. The whole thing is really common in the northwestern region. One thing I also did with this is we have teams in Canada. More than just Toronto. We got the Expos, we got the Toronto Huskies, we got the Edmonton Eagles, we got another one is clocked foul. 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. And another pitch. High pop up. Infield. first baseman on it, Julio Perez. He'll make the catch. And we head to the bottom of the second. Bottom of the second inning, Adam Wiggins. The Sasquatch catcher coming to the plate. Bottom of the second inning. That one's got foul. 0-1. And the pitch that'll be down the top of the first baseman, run to the bag. It's in time, 1 down. So Wiggins retired. Josh Naylor, the first baseman for the Railers. Here's Matt Chapman for Seattle. We're still scoreless here on the bottom of the second with 1 out and nobody on. Just preseason game, yeah, these games don't really matter. Down the line, that's a base hit. That one's going to go all the way to the wall. A single should be 2. And the throw, not in time by a mile. A double for Matt Chapman. Down the line, he's bouncing, going. And he took good advantage of that. He just took off. And he was able to get to second easily. Here's Cliff Combs, a custom player for the Sasquatch. And a foul sinker off. It's 0-1. Plays right field for the Sasquatch. No stats to speak of. That'll come as we play more of it. We get through spring training and stuff like that. And eventually, when we get to the regular season, it's just going to reset. So it's 0-2. The top prospect for the Sasquatch. I mean, that's preseason, so I guarantee you by the 5th inning, everybody's going to be a replacement. I wouldn't be surprised, or at least half the team even if it's just that. Strikes him out. Third strikeout for Michael King. And there's 2 down. Right on second, it's Matt Chapman. A sinker, ball 1. Ezekiel Duran, the DH. He chose to hold back on that pitch, and it paid off. See what he does here. Another pitch.
That's ball 2.
Sweeper curved outside. Ball 2. This one's just more relaxed. There's no real tension to speak of. Just relaxing. Sinker got him. 2-1. Good pitch. But yeah, when exciting things happen, I will tend to give it. Probably not as excited as I'd get for a major league game. Took a change up 2-2. Michael King having a good start today. Not allowing too much, just the 1 base hit so far. The 2 base hits for the Sasquatch. Evan Cooper hasn't allowed a thing. Struck him out. So 2 down. We head to the 3rd inning. 2 hits for Seattle, just 1 for the Railers. After 2. We're still scoreless. We head to the 3rd in just a moment. Stick around. Top of the 3rd inning, here's Josh Naylor. Some actual stats from last season. Oh, yeah, of course, his batting average is nothing. We'll see how that goes.
Ball, that's low.
Takes the 4-seam fastball below the knees. It's 1-0. 108 RBIs last year.
Inside
So,
ball.
yeah, really good offensive player. So, 2 balls, no strikes to Naylor, and the 1 from Cooper. 4-seam fastball, whacked, foul. 2-1. And another pitch. 2-2, the count even. Cooper looking for another strikeout here. And that one's tapped foul.
The count is full.
Way outside, 3-2, the count is full. Jacob Stallings next for the Railers. Swing and a miss. Naylor strikes out swinging. Third K for Evan Cooper in the preseason game today. Here's Jacob Stallings, last in the batting order.
Counts 1-0.
Way high. Ball one. Still a bad pitch from Cooper. But a really close game, especially defensively so far.
That's a ball. 2 balls.
2-0 count. 2 balls, no strikes.
Ball. Down.
Another four-seam fastball. He did the same thing. That he needs to throw get his fastball to angle up higher because it wants to go curveball. Ball 4. Stalling gonna go to first. Gonna like find a way to. He's gonna make sure he doesn't like if he does repeated walks. That's not gonna look good for him. Here's Jeremy Pena. So 0 for 1 today. Going down the line. Oh, runner gonna get to second. It's gonna be a productive out. Runner gets to second. 2 down. So a productive out for Jeremy Pena and the Chicago Railers. Here's Richie Palacios for Chicago. Top of the 3rd inning. Runner on second.
Yep, that ball went out.
And Palacios takes a four-seam fastball for ball 1. 44th pitch for Cooper. Up the middle, a base hit. Runner going to third. He's going to try and go for home. The throw to first. Home. It is. No, he'll stay on third. I thought he was going to go for home, but no, he held back. I would have ran home. Right up the middle. Perfect chance to run home. So the runner gets to third. Palacios to first with a single. Stallings on third. Here in the top of the 3rd inning. With 2 down.
1-0.
So Juan Soto takes ball 1. Right fielder, which people do. He is known for having really bad defense. I'm not saying he's going to become a DH, but we don't know. 99 miles an hour on that pitch. 41.8 career WAR for Juan Soto as well. Another one from Evan Cooper.
That's inside.
2-1. Is he doing his like stance for the crotch grabbing? Is he doing that? That'd be something. So 2-1 count. Another pitch. Swing this one hit pretty well. This one going toward right center field. This one, it is gone! Goodbye, home run! 3-0 Railers. First home run of the preseason for the Railers and Juan Soto as they jump out to a 3-0 lead. Whoa. What a way to start this. What a way to break the ice in the ball game here. A 3-run blast to right center field. Just blocked it. I thought it was her. It just was launched. Here's Altuve, who's up for 1 today. He'll pop one towards first base. Perez on it. Makes the catch, and that ends the inning, but not before giving up a 3-run blast from Juan Soto. 3-0 Chicago. So we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Here's Anthony Volpe. Nickname Volpedo. I don't see him with a torpedo bat, though. Takes a sinker for strike 1. 160 games played. Last season, 155 hits. So he's hitting almost a hit per game, which is just
Ball 1.
So the count's 1-1 for Michael King. He had a complete game not that long ago for the Padres. In the real world, since this is all a simulation and a video game. The pitch. That went a circle changeup, but it's tapped foul. The count's 2-2.
We got full count.
Circle changeup, 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes. Sinker, tap foul. So the count's full. 3-2 to Volpe. He's last in the batting order for the Sasquatch. And another pitch. Circle changeup, fouled off. Keeps his at bat alive. This is a long at bat. And there's center. That's a base hit for Volpe. To make us go to first base. So Volpe on for the Sasquatch. Here's Jake Fraley. So nobody out. Volpe on. Check swing. They say he swung on it. Struck out his first at bat for the Sasquatch. I'm really just basking in, like, just enjoying. Finally, safe. Try to get Volpe out at first, but Michael King was unsuccessful for the Railers.
Ball 1.
Sinker for ball 1. It's low. I do like the red uniforms for the Railers. The red road uniforms. Yeah, so I think I nailed it on those home uniforms. I think I did a great job. I didn't really the cap logos. I did get most of that myself, but the logos and like some of the jersey stuff, yeah, no, I ain't doing that. Throwing out like the Sasquatch text has like a very specific bat. They go and there's a ground to short. There's one. Safe. Farley got to the bag in time to avoid the double play. So, you know, I think for a lot of teams, I just put like stuff like trying to get maybe change the colors of some of the things, and just put it together and see what can to make a cohesive brand for each of the teams.
Nope, outside.
So we'll change up outside for ball 1. So Garrett Mitchell for the Sasquatch. And another pitch. The sinker to even the count 1-1. So the Sasquatch, the game, there's no real panic because the games don't even matter. There's center, that's another base hit. Fraley gonna go to second. Is he gonna go to third? Yes, he will try. Safe! So, Jake Fraley to third off the single from Garrett Mitchell. Runners on the corners. Here's Julio Perez, who was able to steal second his last time up after the single. Line one foul right past the Seattle dugout for strike 1 there. First baseman for the Sasquatch. Single, yeah, he singled then the stolen base. And that's another base hit. Perez is going to go to first. 1 run will score, and they've cut the deficit to 2. So an RBI single for Julio Perez. So bottom of the 3rd inning. Glad to have you tuning in if you are. I would love to have some people watching this stream. It's a 3-1 game. The Sasquatch trailing. Just preseason, so no real worry for anything. Just relax, enjoy some baseball. You don't gotta worry about records. Although, if your team does really bad, or really good. Team's really bad, then you should be concerned. Team's really good. Enjoy, enjoy the high of that when they're good, because as soon as they start being bad, yeah, it's not going to be very fun. Spider's a really good example of. Oh, wait, I should have the opposite of that. And that one's lying out. And there's the throw. The runners stay on base. So Alex Bregman retired. The Red Sox. Plays for in the real world. Here's Adam Wiggins. I forget who he plays for, but I know he's real. Probably around 100 fake custom players is my guess. Around 100. It's not too bad, but there's been more. Yeah, probably, but I just want us to be ready to go. So a strike to Wiggins from King.
Ball! That pitch is out.
Sweeper way outside, 1-1. So Tuesday and Thursday will be the days where there aren't any games.
Ball.
There are. Rarely going to go back to second. Otherwise, if he throw to first, he probably would have been out. We'll throw to second. Excuse me. If King threw to second, probably be out. 2-2 the count. Nice pitch. King could get a strikeout here. I'll ground into it. Well, yeah. He'll ground to a double play since there's already 2 outs. If there was 1 out, you could have. And a 2-2 for Michael King.
3-2.
3-2, it's way outside in a circle changeup. Matt Chapman coming up to bat for the Sasquatch. On a full count. Right now there's a full count for Wiggins. Sasquatch trail 3-1 in this preseason game. This one pretty well hit. This one going back towards center field. It's at the wall. It's off the wall. 1 run scores. Another run, and the game is tied. A 2 RBI double for Adam Wiggins ties the ball game at 3. All the way to the wall on that double. I genuinely thought that was gonna be gone. So here's Matt Chapman. The game now deadlocked at 3. And that one safe, but that one ends the 3rd inning. So the runner gets to 3rd, but we got the runner out at 1st in the inning. So the Rattlers get out of it, but not before the Sasquatch tied the ball game with the 2 RBI double from Adam Wiggins. Here's Tanner Houck for the Sasquatch. Yeah, for Seattle, bringing him out. Here's Junior Caminero. Probably just the first of many replacements in the ball game. This is just spring training. Usually they don't have their starters play the full game. High fly ball. Pretty well hit. This one really high. Not deep enough. 1 down. There's Jurickson Profile, who singled his first time for the Railers. Game is tied. We'll see. I just want to see where it goes from here. Maybe it's gonna be deadlocked until the 9th or something.
Inside, ball 1.
It could just be a complete, ridiculous game. That'd be fun. Hey, there's runs.
Ball, that's down.
Runs are better. The splitter, it's low 2-0. Another one from Tanner Houck.
Inside, ball 3.
Inside 3-0. Kevin Hutchinson, the DH, is next. Custom player. Another pitch.
No, that's a ball. Take your
Sinker. Ball 4. Profar gonna go to first. First walk for Tanner Houck. Here's the DH, Kevin Hutchinson. See what Chicago can do here. In this inning to get a runner on. There is 1 out, but if Hutchinson gets a base hit, Rattlers will be in business. cut off towards the snack shack. It's 0-2.
Ball one.
Oh, that one's low.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The
So,
count, 2 strikes.
Profaro's going to stay on first. If it went behind them, I guarantee he would have dashed to second. Cutter! Hutchinson strikes out swinging. Beautiful cutter. 88 miles an hour from Tanner Houck. Here's Josh Naylor. Now on the Diamondbacks. That's up and foul. 31 home runs last year in 152 games.
That's a ball.
I believe the Guardians.
1 ball, 1 strike.
So 1-1 count to Naylor. Taps a sinker foul. I'm used to calling hockey, now I'm calling baseball. I'm used to like much more. This one pretty well hit out towards center field. Runner on it. It is. He makes the catch to end the inning. So we head to the bottom of the 4th. Still tied at 3. Here's Shane McClanahan for the Railers. So 21 games starting last season. He's a custom player. Here's Cliff Combs. So Shane McClanahan coming in for the Railers. Let's see how he does. Comes for Chicago, definitely a custom. For Seattle, definitely a custom player. That one's fouled off.
Ball that's outside.
Forcing fastball, and it's 1-1. The pitch, it's a circle changeup that's fouled off. 1-2. So the Railers
2-2 the count.
and the Sasquatch. It's been an interesting game. Let me say this is just preseason, so. Oh. Struck out there on a wild pitch. So I don't technically. They technically allow you to run, but you're not gonna make it unless that's way in the dirt. So swung on a pitch in the dirt. Flip comes. And he's retired. So there's one down here. Here's Ezekiel Duran.
Ball 1, no strike.
It's forcing fastball for ball 1. He struck out his first at bat. The Sasquatch DH. And this one hit towards center field. 2 outs. Here's number 11, Anthony Volpe, the shortstop for Seattle. I don't know if he plays for the New York Yankees, but in the NBL, he's going to be playing for Seattle this year. Takes ball 1 there, and it's with 2 down. Golden Glove Award winner last year. 1 for 1 today.
That's ball 2.
Takes another ball, 2-0. Having a good at bat here. Another one from Shane McClanahan. Circle changeup and decent pitch for strike 1. On the Railers jerseys, what you see, that's blue, that's like a navy. It's not. Yeah, it's like a navy blue, and it's not black. It might look like black, but it's not. To me, it looks pretty close to black, but it's light enough that where if you have good eyesight like me, which I do have good eyesight, you could. If you're like elderly, you might not have great eyesight. The 3-2. Swing, that'll be a line to right field. That's going to be a base hit for Volpe with 2 down. So Volpe to first with a single. And a 97 mile per hour fastball. So the order restarts with Jake Ferrelli. See, he's up for 2.
Did he go?
Check swing. They say he didn't swing. Ball 1. Okay, looks back at first and he'll deal the pitch. For Seamer on the lower outside corner, the count even 1-1. So the game's tied at 3.
Outside, that's a ball.
Forcing fastball and it's 2-1. What time is it? And the one tapped foul. It's 2:12 Eastern. These are both Western teams.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Slider 3-2. Barely strikes out, looking. And that ends the inning. We head to the 5th. Here's Matt Coach. Not really much to look off of as far as the stats, but 2 games to play. 1% walk rate. He's going to face Jacob Stallings, who walked in the 3rd inning. Technically not... Yep, yeah, but it didn't really count for anything besides a walk. Or might say 0 for 1 today. But he walked. So... a couple pitchers warming up for the Sasquatch in the bullpen. One, deal the pitch. 0-2 to Stallings. Another pitch.
Ball 1.
Forcing fastball well off the plate. That's inside. 1-2. One deal, another one. Forcing. I'm happy if I'm finally underway with this project. So that one's outside, 3-2. Here's Jeremy. So Jeremy Pena is up next. This one, fly ball towards right center field. Runner going on it. Pretty well. Not far enough. 1 down. Cliff comes to make the catch. Here's Jeremy Pena. Strikeout and a groundout today. 24, 266 batting average last season in Major League Baseball.
Ball, that's out.
Ball 1 out off the plate. 1-0.
Ball, inside.
Takes another one inside, upstairs. Some good takes from Jeremy Pena here. Just smart batting.
2-1.
That was another ball that, if he didn't swing, would be 3-0 count here. He swung on, so it's 2-1.
That's ball 3.
There's ball 3.
3 balls, 1 strike.
So Richie Palacios, the center fielder for the Railers, is next. See what Coach can do here. He needs to throw a strike. Start off 3-2. So the count is full to Jeremy Pena. He's doing a good job working the count here against Matt Coach. Keeps his at-bat alive. It's 3-2. Hasn't got a hit today for Chicago. And he fouls off a cutter. A payoff pitch. Swing that will be line foul down the left field line. Here's the 9th pitch of the at-bat. This is a long at-bat. Swing that'll be lined to... And there's a run to the bag. Out! They called him out. Are they going to challenge that? No, they won't. They won't challenge it. Here's Richie Palacios. 1 for 2 today. Here in the 5th. Here's his 3rd at-bat.
Ball in.
It starts off with a 4-seam fastball for ball 1. Coach wearing number 56 out there for the Sasquatch. Right down the middle.
1-1.
Strike 1. And another pitch.
1 ball,
Really bad.
2 strikes.
He swung in a really bad pitch. 1-2. Once pulled foul. 1-2 from Palacios. Technically at a 500 batting average right now since he's 1 for 2. Swing and a base hit. That one's should go all the way to the wall. Go to the warning track. Fraley gonna throw. To keep him from getting a triple, but still a double for Richie Palacios. So did a great job working that. Did a great job working the count, and it got him to get a double into left center field. Here's the big man, Juan Soto, the money man. He's one of the most expensive contracts in Major League Baseball, which does transfer over to here. I'm running 3 RBIs in a run. He's done quite a bit in his 3-run homer earlier.
Off the plate, ball 1.
But the Sasquatch have since matched that. Here's a 1-1. Swing and hit foul. Left in foul territory. 24th pitch for Matt Coach for the Sasquatch. Swing to be lined out and down the left field line. Is this going to stay fair? No. Foul ball. Cliff Combs was racing after it for Seattle. See what'll do here.
That's outside.
Outside, 2-2, the count even. And Soto. It's going to be interesting to see if the Mets have been fantastic, and he hasn't really done much. Soto strikes out swinging. We head to the bottom of the 5th. We're tied at 3. Here's Advert Alzole. Alzole. That's a hard name to say. 1 for 4 record, 17 innings pitched. You can see the rest of the stats. So here's Gary Mitchell, 255 batting average last year. 43 runs, 11 stolen bases, and 811 OPS. Second in the batting order for Seattle.
Ball, that's out.
Takes a slider and it's ball 1. So the Rattlers took a couple warming in the bullpen. Plummer and Thompson. Is Thompson a first name or a last name? Who's coming to my mind? I feel like I seem to garner that nickname in high
2
school.
balls, no strikes.
My freshman class. People at my high school keep calling me that. My name's Thomas.
Ball, that's low.
But is Thompson a first name? Is there really a debate? So, ball 3 to Gary Mitchell. Julio Perez is next. Strike right down Broadway. It's 3-1. Pitch. I pop up. Left center field. 1 out. Here's Julio Perez. So, just kind of waiting for that hit to break the ice.
0-1.
Bit of a pitching duel as well. Oh, it's not really like 2 pitchers because it's multi-pitcher pitching duel. On line, right field, foul. It's fun to watch some baseball. I need to move my leg a bit. It's gonna get sore. So this one pretty well hit, and that's gonna drop down for a hit. Perez to first with a 1-out single here in the 5th. So, and he's aboard. There's Alex Bregman playing for the Red Sox in Major League Baseball, but here he is for the Sasquatch once again. Takes ball 1. And a slider. strikeout and flyout. So 260 batting average last year, 768 OPS, 75 RBI scored last season with the Red Sox. Runner got going. Here's a throw to second. Safe. Julio Perez safe at second. His second steal today. That's the second time in this ballgame he's stolen second base. I'm not saying he's gonna be the next 40-40 club member, but that ain't bad. That ain't half bad. We're about halfway through the ballgame, tied at 3. Bregman lines wanted to be a grounder. There is the throw, 2 outs. He's retired. Here's Adam Wiggins. I like the rock music. Swing and a miss right on a pitch that was right in the middle of the zone.
Ball, that's upstairs.
Four seamer that curved upstairs, 1-1. The thing is, there's no reason to be concerned. I just like the one. I'm really impressed that Major League Baseball has been able to do so good with spring training. Apparently, they make more money than the NFL does on the Super Bowl with spring training. You can look that up. Oh, this one hit pretty well. Out toward right field. And goodbye, home run. Watch that one fly. Out of the ballpark. 426 feet. Adam Wiggins in Seattle has the lead back. No, they lead for the first time. They've never led. So Seattle out in front for the first time today. It's a 2-run blast. It's 5-3. Sasquatch just absolutely bolted out of the ballpark. That was towards in that grass that's in front of that parking lot. So Seattle up 5-3.
That's inside.
Here in the 5th in this preseason ball game. It's a 1-0 count. Matt Chapman. Oh yeah, I didn't play Creamcraft. Whoops. I'll play the next home run. If there's another home run, I'll play it then. Alright. Hope he doesn't hit a moonshot here.
Ball 2.
So, 2 balls and 1 strike to Matt Chapman. Swing. Oh my, he hit that one pretty hard. It's foul though. That one fouled off, 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing, line for a base hit. Chapman to first with 2 down. Alright. On slider.
Ball 2.
So there's ball 2 to Cliff Combs. Sorry I wasn't talking about it. Two balls, no strikes to Cliff Combs.
Hey.
So it's 2 balls, 1 strike count.
Hey.
Four-seam fastball, 2-2. A sinker stat foul, 2-2. And the pitch, this one pretty well hit. But it's high pop-up. It's not very deep. And that ends the 5th inning. 3 outs. So, a 2-run blast from Adam Wiggins. 5-3, Sasquatch. So here's Jose Altuve to lead off the 6th. Little and Ferguson warming up in the Sasquatch bullpen. I'm gonna pitch this one, hit out towards center field, not deep. Runner on, actually, and there's the catch. One down. So Jose Altuve retired. There's Junior Caminero. The line one foul down the right field line. So, and another foul ball. I feel. So now Seattle's out in front. It's kind of up to Chicago if they're going to respond or not. Which, if they are, it's going to take some work. They need to work on that. Another pitch.
Nope. Outside.
A slur of outside. 1-2. That's the first time I've seen that pitch today. It's a unique pitch. It's a slider and a curve. Swing and a miss. Beautiful four-seamer to strike out Caminero. Beauty from Coleman. I don't know if he saw. I don't think he knew where that fastball was going to land. That was a beautiful pitch. Here's Jurickson Profar, Dylan Coleman for Seattle.
Ball.
He's the third pitcher for the Sasquatch. This is the time when you go through a lot of players. 6th inning.
That's ball 2.
Four-seam fastball on the upper outside corner. Outside, 2-0. 24 home runs for Jurickson Profar last season in the MLB. I believe that's for the Padres. Takes a slur of 2-1. It's pretty good pitcher from Dylan Coleman here. Pretty good pitching. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
3-2.
Okay, there's a four-seam fastball, and the count is now full. Kevin Hutchinson on deck. Strikeout and a pop-up. A pop-out. 3-2. So the payoff pitch from Coleman. This guy foul on a slur.
Ball. Take your base.
Ball 4. Profar gonna go to first. Coleman walks him. The pitching, I mean, overall it's still really good. Just I think he needs to focus in a bit on the angle of his pitches. Four-seamer popped up. He's hitting good numbers. That was 97. The average MLB fastball is 94. Yeah, that's a ball. Just a bit too low. kind of work curve. They seem to be either too high or they're just a bit too far outside. That one's called strike, and ends the sixth. Debatable whether it's actually a strike or not, but they say it's a strike. And then we head to the bottom of the sixth. Here's Carson Fulmer for the Railers. 10.6% walk rate, 21.4% strikeout rate. The other stats were on there as well. Here's Ezekiel Duran. Actually kind of hungry right now. And he hits one pretty well, but it's fouled into the stands, out in the left field. How should I got some water? Sicker 0-2, an absolute heater. Lamonte Antone warming up in the Railer bullpen for Chicago. It's 5-3 Seattle. An 0-2 count.
1 ball.
Way low on a four-seamer. Also, his fastballs, they seem to be low. Generally. See? A slider! Durant's a swinging strikeout. Here's Anthony Volpe. First strikeout for Carson Fulmer today. One down here in the bottom of the sixth. Railers leading 5-3 over Chicago. And it's 0-1 there to Anthony Volpe.
Ball 1. I got 1 ball.
So Carson Fulmer's pitching. He's struggling. The pitches keep going low. Most of the fastball popped up way in the infield. Foul territory. Josh Miller to make the catch. 2 down. So there's 2 outs, bottom of the sixth. Here's Jake Fraley. A nice walk-up song for Jake Fraley. He'll take a circle changeup. I don't know if that soothing song will necessarily translate into better performance in the batter's box, but we'll see. And we're talking to the umpire there.
Ball. That's inside.
Essentially, 3-0 count. Yeah, these pitches are low. That's his problem. I'm seeing it. There. Okay, there. Finally. But yeah, generally his pitches just seem to go low, cause them to be outside the zone, which is bad. It's going to result in more walks. He hasn't walked anybody in this inning. 3-2. Let's fall back. Forcing. He needs to get more, not necessarily that high, but.
That's ball 4. Take your base.
That's a ball. Let me look at the plate again. The zone's gonna stay. One to the zone should stay. That was a strike. Oh, come on. That should have been strike 3.
Nope. Ball 1.
That's nonsense. I mean, it's not hideous. Yeah, it kind of is. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Which, yeah, the coaches. I know this from playing Road to the Show because I've played a little bit of it. Oh, there's one, and that ends the inning. Maybe I'll finish my story in the 7th. So we head to the 7th inning. 5-3 Chicago, 5-3 Seattle over the Railers. Here in this preseason ball game. Here's Emilio Pagan for the Sasquatch. Some stats up there. 38 innings pitched, 27.8% strikeout rate, and a 7% walk rate. Probably want to get that walk rate up. Here's Josh Naylor.
Ball.
What's the clapping for? I don't hear like clapping what? Whatever.
Aye.
Forcing fastball, it's 1-1. I do like just this, like the pace of the game. Sometimes it does seem to drag on a bit long. I'm still enjoying the ball game. I like there's been runs in this game. My least favorite games are when it's like a 1-0 walk or nothing, a 1-0 home run. These games are not that fun because the end might have a fun ending, but overall, this is the best, it's the most exciting game to attend. No. The 2-2. Cutter strikes out Josh Naylor. 1 down in the 7th. Naylor up down with a nice cutter. I don't know. Because Naylor thought that was going to be a ball. I mean, I kind of did myself. It means it was a good pitch.
That's a ball.
If you can tell it's going to be a ball, if you can't tell where the pitch is going to land, it's a good pitch. That's a general rule of thumb. If you can't tell where it's going to land when it crosses the plate, good pitch. Which that in turn will make it harder to hit. Because you don't know where the ball is. And if it's real hard, you don't know where the ball is going to land for you to hit it.
Nope.
It's hard to, you don't know where to swing your bat. Jeremy Pena, a strikeout and 2 groundouts for he's coming up after Jacob Stallings. He's the leadoff hitter for. He's first in the order for the Railers. Grounded to second. There's the throw to first. Present with the 2 outs. So 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Here's Jeremy. Here's Gage Workman pinch hitting. He's gonna pinch hit. Surprised there ain't more of this. This is what you do this a lot in spring training. Pinch hitters, pitch runners, pinch fielders, yada yada yada. Why are they called pinch? I don't want to throw my stuff right. I don't want to look that up. I'm gonna have to reset it back. I'm gonna go get some food definitely because I'm starting to get a bit. I didn't eat lunch. I am a bit hungry.
Yeah.
Nice splitter.
1 ball, 1 strike.
He swung on a miss on that. Fouls that one off. Gage Workman plays for the Cubs in the MLB.
Ball 2.
On that splitter, what I noticed is, yeah, it looked like it could have been on the lower inside corner, but it just went way too far inside. Pretty well hit. Back it goes. Oh, he can't get it. Jake Fraley, runner to second, no throw to third. A double for Gage Workman. Coming in to pinch hit for Jeremy Pena. And he hits a double down the left field line. I thought that thing was going to go over the fence. Over the wall. I thought it would. Well, and we're going to have a pitching change. Luke Little coming on the mound for Seattle. Don't blame you. Freddie Furman's next, pinch hitting for Chicago. Yeah, here's the wave of replacements. Didn't give him the start. There's a break and letting some other people come hit. So Freddie Furman forcing fastball 0-1. Usually in spring training, you do not hit it. You don't play as much as you do in the regular season because they're trying to get as many people as they possibly can. Play as much baseball as they possibly can just to evaluate them. Do we want this guy on our starting lineup to start the season? So that's what they're doing here.
2 balls. One strike.
Oh. 2 balls and a strike. We're on second. I forget who's on second. Yeah, it's Gage Workman. Two down, top of the 7th, a 2-1. Line, that's going to be a base hit. That one's going to go all into the corner. Run to third, he should score. And he will. And that'll be an RBI double for Freddie Furman. And it's a 1-run game. So Chicago working their way back in to a tie ball game. The leading run is to the plate. There is 2 down though. And Drake Cronenworth pinch hitting for the Railers. Top of the 7th, 2 down. Workman on second. Cronenworth swung and missed on that pitch. So, what Chicago needs to do here, well, specifically what Cronenworth needs to do, he needs to laser focus. Focus on the ball. Don't be distracted by what's in the outfield. If he wants to get his ticketing to...
1 ball, 2 strikes.
He wants to get his ticket, and he needs to perform well here in spring training. Think about spring training. It's like you're on a leash. If you perform well, you might give a chance of getting starting lineup, or you're in. If you don't, you're in line. But if you have a bad performance, you're going down to like AA, or single A even. Swing that'll be a liner. That'll be a throw out. So the Railers get within a run. Anthony Volpe with a diving catch. So there's Yency Almonte on the mound for the Railers. Saw him warming up earlier. Let's see how he does for Chicago. They're in the bottom of the 7th, I believe. So JJ Blade playing center field. Chicago, they're getting everybody in. There's Julio Perez, 3 for 3 today. I mean, I would have stopped him. I don't think he needs to play anymore because we can tell he's good.
Counts 1-0.
He'll take the ball. You want to know? So Perez, he's had a fantastic day today in his first preseason game. Yency Almonte. That's what, the 5th pitcher for Chicago at this point. Slider, and it's 2-1. My leg, I'm just gonna be stretching. Yeah, I've been sitting for a while. The 2-1, a sinker, 3-1 the count. Just adjusting the microphone. And then I just 3-1. Sinker right down the middle. And it's 3-2. The count is full. Let's go. Oh, you should. That ball. That's ball 4. He's going to first. And, oh yeah, it's Diaz, the pinch hitter. Sasquatch coming in and see how he does. I like the jazz music. Reggae, whatever. It's not bad. The Perez on first. 3 for 3 today and a walk. 4 at bats. So Diaz pitch hitting, so Sasquatch finally starting to get some other people in. He'll take a slider right in the upper half of the zone for strike 1. I'm standing up and stretching because I need that. That'll be line foul. So see how this Diaz guy does. Elias Diaz. Let's look at the Dominican Republic. Swing and a miss! 1 away. There's the umpire cam. What it looks like if you're the umpire. I commend those umpires in the MLB. I mean, it's a video game, but what you gotta do is you gotta tell them where a 95 mile per hour fastball landed, whether it was a strike or not. If not faster. Here's Adam Wiggins. Oh, runners. We're gonna keep the runner on first. Who's at first? Julio Perez. Oh yeah, the walk.
That's ball 2.
Circle change up and it's 2-0.
2-0.
Nancy Almonte for the Railers. I'm in a grade. Fantastic. Because he walked the guy. It's 2-1. He could walk Wiggins. Throw first. Perez make it to the bag in time, safely. Sit back down. So, Chicago's on their heels right now. I don't say the game matters, but they want to get production out of these guys. Seem to be doing it, but okay, when that's just trying to yeah, what's working? There's Matt Chapman, 2 down. Perez still on first. Double and a single today. 2 for 3. 6-7 batting average in this ballgame. Try to get Perez out again. Almonte. Unsuccessful both times. Another pitch on a sinker, 0-1. Swing and it's corked. 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes.
1 ball.
Way high and a 4-seamer, 1-2. So Railers thinking, trying to keep Seattle
2-2 the count.
on a leash here. They're trying to keep they're trying to get out of the jam. A 2-2 from Almonte.
Count's full.
Same his sliders. Multiple times I'm seeing them. They like drift off. You need to throw sliders further inside so it won't drift outside the plate. I found off the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Match. The 3-2 Chapman. And what do you guess? It's foul. Off the pole there. But with a railing, I should say. Oh, he hits one pretty well. This one going back. Track. Wall. Goodbye. Home run. 445 feet. And the Sasquatch extend their lead. It's 7-4. A 2-run blast for Matt Chapman. I forgot the... Start it again. 2-run blast for Matt Chapman and the Seattle Sasquatch. Into left field, just absolutely crushed. 109 exit velo. And Seattle has got some insurance runs. Here's Cliff Combs. Not a particularly good day at the plate. The fouls went off for strike 1. Not saying he's a bad player. It's been one game. Glad to have you tuning in on YouTube if you are. Chat in the comments. Please. So a ball on the strike to Combs here from Almonte. He's having a bad day at the plate here in this preseason game. 2 balls and 1 strike from Almonte. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Anything you can get him to swing on is what you want. Sinker. 2-2. He fouled it off. Keeps his beginning alive. And his at bat. 29 pitch. Slider down the third base line. Seattle with a 7-4 lead this game. They might be able to ride this towards the end of the game here. Counts 3-2. again, these games do not really matter that much. Doesn't really matter anything besides player development. Getting them ready for the regular season. Another tap foul. The count's 3-2 to Cliff Combs. The pitch. Swinging about on a third, nice catch, and the throw. Side retired. The Railers give up a 2-run blast from Matt Chapman. 7-4, Seattle. So we head to the 8th inning. Caleb Ferguson taking the mound for the Sasquatch. Getting towards the end of this ball game. The latter half of it. 62 games played last season. Jeff McNeil taking over second. Here's Jose Altuve over 3 today. Surprising since he is known to be a good hitter. I don't like his walk-up song though. Takes a far-seam fastball, 0-1. It's really surprising how he's just not been hitting it like very well. And that's a base hit. His first productive hit today. A base hit for Altuve. Makes him 1 for 4, so he ain't gonna go hitless today. There's Junior Caminero for Chicago. Takes a forcing fastball for strike 1 on the lower outside corner. So the Railers in this ball game, they're behind 7-4. And I hope they're gonna like get their. They're also gonna like formulate their strategy. Okay, what works the best? How do we want to approach our ball game?
Ball 1.
Okay, what kind of style of game do we want to play? Do we want to heavy offense, heavy defense, maybe a mix of both? Maybe we focus on certain players, which almost every team does that. Focus on developing like their stars. They get a lot of money to get. Cutter, and it's 2-2. Another pitch.
Count is 3-2.
And that makes the count go full. And that's 1 out. So 1 out on the fly out there from Caminero.
The left fielder, number 7, Preseason. Profile.
To Jackson Profile 1 for 1 today. Top of the 8th, there's 1 on and 1 out. He hits a foul ball. A lot of foul balls. Baseball game.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
So ball and a strike to Jackson Profile. A ball and a strike here. Caleb Ferguson. And a base hit for Profile. And they'll throw all the way to third. Now there's 2 on for the Railers.
Designated hitter, 7, Hutchinson.
Nope.
Here's ball
Ball
1.
1, no strike.
So ball, no strikes. Top of the 8th. 2 on. 1 out here and a foul ball. Ball and a strike here. Kevin Hutchinson, the DH, at the plate. He's had a rough day as well, over 3. So the Railers. Here's the 2-1. Pretty well hit towards center field. This one. And 2 outs. So 2 down for Chicago. This will bring you the best chance at tying the game here. This could be their best chance. Josh Naylor coming to the plate. 0 for 3 today.
Counts 1-0.
Learn it's ball 1. So I want to see more from. There's certain players, especially on the Chicago team, I want to see more from. Altuve is 1.
I got 1 ball, 1
Josh
strike.
Naylor's another. I want to see more from these guys. Well, you know they're good hitters in the major leagues. Why can't they be good hitters in the NBL? And it's 1-2 to Naylor from Caleb Ferguson. And 1-2 to Naylor.
Ball, that's just out.
Ball 2. Just off the plate. And Ferguson keeps the inning going with that ball. One line, and it's foul. And that's a base hit. And everybody's safe and the bases are loaded. Is that the first time today we've had bases loaded? So bases loaded. Miller on first. Mason Miller coming to the mound. So Ferguson's day is done. 41% strikeout rate for Mason Miller. 8.4% walk rate. Great stats from last season. 2.49 ERA, I believe. I was reading that right. I could have been reading it wrong. Bases loaded. Here's Jacob Stallings. And he'll take a strike.
0-1.
101 miles an hour on the first pitch for Mason Miller. 101 heater. Oh, that is incredible. Found off 89.
Ball.
There's a 1-2 count. And the 1-2. Swag and a miss. He struck him out. So the base is loaded. The Sasquatch get out of it, and we head to the bottom of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th inning. Here's TJ Antone. So the Railers here, they're up big time, 7-4. They're going to look and just ride out into the sunset with this ball game. Sinker for Durant for strike 1, a check swing. Another one from Antone. And that one's upstairs in the inside corner. He swung on it. It's 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
In the dirt for ball 1 there by Antone. The first 2 pitches were really good.
Nope, that's a ball.
That's a ball. Okay, there's a grounder short. Throw to first. 1 out here in the 8th.
The batter number 11. Shortstop, Anthony.
Bottom of the 8th inning. It's a 3-run lead for the Sasquatch. Here's Anthony Volpe, last hitter in the order for Seattle. He'll take a ball 1 as he's pushing some dirt with his shoe. And he'll hit one into right field, going back. And there's the catch. 2 down. He starts. Vic Fairley's 4th at-bat today. I really like his walk-up song. And pop up on the infield. That will end the inning. And we head to the 9th. We head to the 9th inning. 7-4 Sasquatch. We're going to try and close it out. Top of the 9th. We'll see. 3 outs left for Chicago. So Mason Miller going to close it out for the Sasquatch. This one line. That's a base hit into left field. This one going back. It will be a single. And the throw to second will stop at first. So Gage Workman with a leadoff single in the 9th. So here's J.J. Blade for the Railers. A pinch hitter as well.
Ball down.
And there's ball 1 low. He'll take it. 99 miles an hour. Another heater for Mason Miller. Yeah, he's throwing hard. He's throwing some really hard pitches. Maybe this is your guy. Maybe this guy's your starter for Seattle. And a pop-up down the infield. Foul territory. 1 down. So Raiders down to the final 2 outs. Here's Jake Cronenworth for the Raiders. 241 batting average, 714 OPS, 17 home runs, 83 RBIs last season with the San Diego Padres in Major League Baseball.
1-0.
Way behind a 4-seam fastball. It's ball 1. Another pitch. And that count, it evens the count 1-1. And I'm going to close out here. Swung this one pretty well hit. This one going out towards center field. It is gone! Goodbye, home run, Jake Cronenworth. And it's a 1-run game. 381 feet off and 94 miles an hour off the bat. And the Railers are within 1. He just claimed Miller's clock. So the Railers within 1. Here's a Jose Altuve probably coming up at the worst time. Swing. And the catch and the Railers down to their final out, but they're only down by 1 run. So the tying run to the plate. In the bottom of the 9th, here's Junior Caminero. It's going to be fun to see if this thing can go to extra innings. Junior Caminero, 0 for 4. He's the last hope for Chicago.
Ball 1.
Takes ball 1 and a fastball way upstairs.
That's
Gonna
ball
take
2.
one low for ball 2.
2 balls, no strikes.
Not good for Mason Miller. Another pitch to Caminero. Swing and a miss. It's 2-1. Miller trying to end the ball game here for the Sasquatch.
Ball 3.
Ball 3. Profar up next. He's next if Caminero gets to first. 3-1.
That's outside.
Ball 4. Caminero gonna walk. Here's Jerkson Profar. And they're gonna cut Mason Miller for the ball game. Here's Buck Farmer. Love the name, Buck Farmer. You like a straight up countryman or something? Cause I like his song. So Farmer facing Jerks and Profar. Top of the ninth, 2 down. And Profar pulls the first pitch he sees. Foul. So Farmer, he just needs to throw 2 strikes here. 0-2. Railers down to their final strike. And this should end the ball game. The pitch. Foul 0-2. Profar getting another chance. Sasquatch can end it right here. Been a fun game overall. 0-2. 1-2. We'll keep going. 1-2 to Jerks and Profar. And it's fouled down the left field line. Keeps the count 1-2. Profar's 2 for 2 in the ball game today, so I don't know why he couldn't be 3 for 3. And the pitch. And the pitch. It's 1-2. The at-bat stays alive. 1-2. Top of the ninth. Farmer's he's struggling to close it out here. Pitch. Another pop foul. Counts 1-2. And a circle changeup, and it's foul. It's a long at bat here. Pitch number 10. Swing the big grounder short. And there's the throw. Ball game over. Sasquatch get the victory 7-6 in the first preseason game of the National Baseball League. So, 7-6 your final. The Sasquatch get the victory. 7-6 over the Chicago Railers. Matt Coach with a win. Albert Owls away with a loss. Buck Farmer with a save. And 11 hits both teams. And that is your ball game. And I'm Thomas, your host, and I will see you tomorrow. Or maybe today for an update on the Summer Ice Hockey League extension tournament. Anyway, see you tomorrow for some more baseball. Goodbye. Have a good one.